You've gotten pretty good now about using a WGU table, I hope. And the reason that I really want you to use it is because you can use it in a lot of areas. And this next lesson is about percents, and you're going to be able to use the WGU table here also. In the beginning of this lesson, it has a little graphic for you that shows you percents that you should have memorized. Like 10% is 1/10 as a fraction. 1/4 is 25%. That kind of reminds us, it should remind you of money, quarters. 1/4 of a quarter, of a dollar, is 25 cents. 1/3 is 33 1/3. You'll see it written like this sometimes. 33.3. Maybe like that. A half is 50%. 2/3, 66 2/3. Notice our thirds here are wonky, and they're a little bit different. 3/4 and 75%. You should have that memorized, and 1/2 is 100%. Okay, so example 1 says find an equivalent percent for 3/10. This is how you're going to use the WGU table for this. You're going to be so glad that you know how to use one of these. WGU. Okay, our words are part and whole. Part and whole. And the given information is 3/10. Okay, that's our fraction that they gave us, 3/10. And the unknown is, that's the percent that we're going to find. Okay, so when we're talking about percent, remember 1/2 is 100%. Okay, so if it's 3 out of 10, how many out of 100 will that be? And remember what we do, we cross multiply and then divide. 3 times 100 is 300, and then 300 divided by 10 is 30. So it's going to be 30%. Okay, let's look at B. 76% of the students at a middle school, hold on, let me delete this big, oh, okay. 76% of the students at a middle school bring their own lunch. About what fraction of the students bring their own lunch? So now we're taking a percent and we're changing it back to a fraction. Okay? So words, part and whole. That's what fractions are, and that's what percent is too. Okay, the given is 76%. So it's 76 out of 100. And then they're saying, what is that as a fraction? Well, you could just reduce that by 2, and that's going to be 38 out of 50. Oh, goodness, you know what? That can simplify again. By 2, that would be 19/25. But, you guys, we did a bunch of work for nothing because this says about. About what fraction? So we can move up here to our little table with these benchmarks. 76% is about what? It's about this 75 right here, which is about, well, is exactly 3/4. So 76% is very close to 75%, and that is equal to 3/4. Okay, so you're going to have to use some common sense on some of these and use a little table. You can go back and look at this table. It's in your textbook, or you can look at it however many times you need to.